Hello everyone. My greetings to each one of you. This is the third session on government budget. In the previous session, you have understood the components of revenue budget. I'm Poonam Vohra from Economics Learning Center. This session focuses on the structure of the capital budget of the government. Let's begin. Capital budget, that is, capital receipts refer to those receipts that reduce assets for a government and create financial liabilities. Conversely, capital expenditure on a government's part helps to create assets and reduce liabilities. Thus, capital budget is an account of these liabilities and assets under the government, which denote a change in total capital. Let's understand capital receipts. These receipts create liability or cause a reduction in the assets of the government. So they are irregular and non-recurring in nature. So there is future obligation to return the amount that exists. Capital receipts are categorized into three. 1. Borrowings. Government borrows funds from public open market, RBI, from foreign governments, international institutions like World Bank, IMF, etc. Borrowings create liability of the government. Second is recovery of loans. Government grant loans to state governments or union territories. It reduces assets of the government. This is sometimes found confusing, that how recovery of loans reduces assets of the government. This shall be explained in the next slide. Then there are other receipts, which include disinvestment, that is, selling a part or whole of shares of public sector units. It simply transfers the ownership to private enterprises, and hence disinvestment reduces assets. Then funds are raised from public in the form of post office deposits, national savings certificates, Kisan Vikas Patra, etc., which are small savings of the public, and these increase the liability of the government. Now let us understand how recovery of loans reduces assets. Government grants loans to state governments or union territories. It reduces the assets of the government. Now, what is an asset? Asset is a resource from which future economic benefits are expected to flow to the enterprise. If loan is given, it is considered as an asset in my account due to double entry book system, and is liability for the one who has taken loan. So, as government advances loans to state governments are the debtors for the government. At the time of recovering the loan, the balance of loan that has been recorded on the asset side is reduced. On the other hand, fall in the balance of debtors, that is loan, leads to rise in the cash flow of government, implying loans are converted into cash. In literal sense, recovery of loans reduces assets. Let's have a look at this example. Suppose loan given is equivalent to 100, which is an asset. Whosoever loan receives, which will be equivalent to 100, will be a liability. If loan is recovered equivalent to 70, it implies balance of loan is reduced by 30, or As per the double entry book system, asset side is reduced to 30 from 100, or there is rise in the cash flow or loan converted into cash, or it is same as saying that recovery of loans reduces assets. Now assess yourself. You have been given 4 statements and you need to identify which of the 4 statements comprises receipts of the capital budget of the government. The statements are: A. License and court fee are received by the government. B. Financial help by Wipro Technologies to the victims of flood affected areas. C. Sale of 30% of public sector undertaking to the private enterprises. And D. Profits of Life Insurance Corporation, a public enterprise. Think it over. Please check your answer. The correct answer is option C. Sale of 30% shares of public sector undertaking to a private enterprise. This is capital receipt of the government because shares have been sold. Option A, license and court fee, is a part of revenue budget. Financial help is transfer payment. And option D, profits of LIC, is not a part of capital budget. So option C is correct. Capital expenditure. It refers to the expenditure which either creates an asset or causes a reduction in the liabilities of the government. Such expenditures pertains to payment on acquisition of assets like land, machinery, building, equipment, etc., investment in shares, loans and advances given to the state governments, public sector units, union territories and others, or expenditure on building roads, flyovers and other infrastructural facilities. Now have a look at this question. Here also 4 statements are given. You need to identify which of the 4 statements comprise capital expenditure of the government. The statements are: A. Purchase of missiles by the Defense Ministry. B. Interest payment on past debt. C. Expenditure on the repair of government building. And D. Grants are given to the state government. Please check your answer. The correct answer is option A. That is the purchase of missiles by the Defense Ministry, because it is addition to the assets of the government. Rest all options are a part of revenue expenditure, whether it is interest payment or repair and maintenance or grants given to the government. So option A is the correct option. I hope you have understood the components of capital budget. With this, the session comes to an end, and the next session will focus on budget deficits. So till then, keep reading and keep updating your knowledge.